The first exercise we'll go over for shoulder rehab is simply a scapular squeeze. Here you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together by pinching the bottom corners of the shoulder blades back and down in a diagonal pattern. This can be helpful to do either against a wall or in a mirror, or record yourself or have someone else watch you perform the movement so that you can get some feedback as far as what your motion looks like. You should not have to splay your shoulders apart to complete this motion. Shoulder flexion is simply the movement where you pick your arm up as high as you can in front of your body. Start performing this exercise with no weight or resistance. Start by performing a scapular squeeze, and then move your arm with your palm facing down all the way up as high as you can go. Be sure to check on your scapular position with each repetition. Make sure that you are still able to pinch your shoulder blades back and down to perform a scapular squeeze prior to engaging in the motion. Once you're comfortable, you can add a band or a weight or a cable to add resistance to the motion. Be sure that you are able to keep your shoulders level with one another and maintain your scapular squeeze throughout the motion after you've added resistance. Perform this exercise slowly to ensure that you're in control and not allowing the weight or resistance to pull you through the motion. Shoulder abduction is the movement where you pull your arm up towards the side of your body. Before beginning this movement, perform a scapular squeeze and maintain that position throughout. Then pull your arm up to the side as high as you can go. You can have your palm facing whichever way feels most comfortable for you. Go through this motion slowly and make sure you're in control throughout while maintaining your scapular squeeze. Once you're comfortable performing this motion, you can begin adding weight via a cable, band, or weight. Again, make sure that you're in control of the motion throughout and check in on yourself after each repetition to make sure that you are still maintaining your scapular squeeze and ensuring you are not rotating or tilting your body to compensate to make the movement easier. Make sure you maintain your shoulders to be level with one another. Do not let the band or weight pull you through the motion. Maintain control throughout. When starting to work on shoulder rotation, you should begin laying on your side to allow gravity to act as your weight or resistance. You can place a towel or sweatshirt underneath your elbow to remind yourself to pin your elbow against your body. Make sure you are not rotating or opening up your chest or hips while you move through this motion. Simply make a fist with your hand and pull your arm outward. Allow yourself to go through the fullest range of motion possible. Once you are comfortable, you can start standing up and you can use a band to perform this motion with resistance. You can stand and perform resisted external rotation on both shoulders at the same time as demonstrated here, or one shoulder at a time. Either way, you need to make sure you're able to maintain a scapular squeeze throughout and make sure you are not twisting or tilting your body in order to compensate to perform the movement in an easier way. If you are using one shoulder at a time to perform this movement, make sure that you have an appropriate amount of resistance and your band is secured well and will not snap back at you. Shoulder internal rotation is best performed with banded resistance. Assume a standing position and perform a scapular squeeze. Keep your elbow pinned against your body and rotate your arm inwards towards your abdomen. Make sure that you are in control of this movement throughout and not letting the band pull you around. Also, make sure that you are able to maintain good posture and not curving your back to compensate and allow the movement to become easier. Stand upright, maintain your scapular squeeze, and move slowly through the motion. For banded pull-aparts, you'll need access to a resistance band. You'll hold the band out in front of you and pull it straight across the center of your chest. Make sure that you squeeze your shoulder blades together once you have the band pulled as far apart as you can tolerate going. Maintain that squeeze for about 1 second and then slowly repeat the movement and return slowly back to the start position. Make sure you are in control throughout the movement. Lastly, we will go over scapular push-ups. Here, you will need to assume a push-up position. You may have your feet spread as far apart as you need to feel comfortable. Here, you are not going to go into a full push-up. You will keep your wrists and elbows locked and push upwards through your shoulder blades, trying to create as much space in between them as possible. You can also perform this against a wall or on an elevated surface such as a table, bed, or bench.